And we're live.
And we are live, and you are tuned in to the GMFATLA Primetime Show, the Good Morning from Town, Los Angeles, brought to you by the United Empires of Aquivalon. And we are so excited to dive into this conversation. So much is going on in the world of politics and global issues, but we're going to dive into it this evening. So you all make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to dive right in. So stay tuned.
Warning, the following program contains strong Black First opinions about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising All. You are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
All right, Grand Rising. You are tuned in to this special primetime broadcast brought to you by the Good Morning from Africatown, Los Angeles morning show, hosted by the United Empires of Aquivalon. I am super excited to be with you all having this conversation because I feel like it's been forever since we've all been here together. I may have missed one episode or two, but we do what we can to bring you all the good information. And tonight we're here talking about, first of all, being B for B, Black for Black, be one or none, right? But we have to tie all these conversations in with our Blackness with global and national issues like the deportations, Elon Musk, my tax dollars, okay? My tax dollars. And we can talk about DEI too. So let's just dive right into it. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share with somebody. We promise you we'll be as respectful as allotted. Okay. So
I want to play something as we get started because everybody is having this problem about Elon Musk. He has what they call Dodge, and Trump basically are appointing people who are not your normal political base. And remember, he said that he was going to clean out the deep state. So with cleaning out, let me put my camera on because I have to use my phone. With cleaning out deep state, that means you got to clean out the old white heads, and a lot of this stuff he's clearing out. Dang, it look like my. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Queen.
Okay.
You are
yes,
good.
Beautiful.
A lot of stuff he's clearing out is basically getting rid of a lot of this wasteful spending that they're using, and that's what Elon Musk is supposed to be for. So let me play this for you. And I'm going to have to use my phone because it wouldn't load up here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Y'all can talk. Let me get this together. 1 second.
Y'all make sure to hit that like button. And if you're listening, make sure you say hey in the chat, Give us your opinion, be respectful, but give us your thoughts.
Okay.
Exactly.
Here we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Queen.
You are
loud and clear.
Okay.
Significant changes to the U.S. Agency for International Development, and critics are arguing USAID has become a slush fund wasting taxpayer money. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt gave a blistering account of the agency's absurd spending yesterday.
Here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look, because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Had the bootleg. That's
cool. I know. Hold on. Let me hit play.
For all y'all that's listening, Queen Tina's been on the road, been working hard. So she's making it work. So y'all respect that. Hit that like button.
ID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I have grandkids that keep.
Hey man, you busy woman.
$2,000 for a transgender book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either. And that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government.
Wow. I hope they were taking notes. Now we're learning more about Elon Musk's small army to cut the wasteful spending. These young engineers were reportedly handpicked by Elon Musk, and the oldest is just 25 years old, and some of them are reportedly still in college. Joey, I took notes. 1.5 million to advance the DEI in Serbia's workforces.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, USAID.
So I have an anecdote for you. I have a friend. She texted me a few hours ago, unsolicited. Didn't know I was on the show today. She said, I've been a subcontractor for USAID for 30 years. She said, I've been saying for a long time to my friends and family that it's a wasteful agency. We've done some of the stupidest projects you can ever imagine. Although it's now putting me partially out of business, it's a good thing, and that's what I voted for. That's from somebody who has been a contractor, subcontractor, who has firsthand experience for 3 decades. I think it was Harold Ford yesterday on the 5 said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Sometimes you need to hit delete and then start over again. Because the people that are working in that agency, they were approving these things. So that's part of their ethos. And if they have to go home and not come back to work, that's probably the best thing that should happen.
Rebecca.
Well, listen.
Did y'all hear that? Remember, we've been
Crazy.
that the US aid, basically, that you're gonna hear them keep saying, oh, this is the Trump is going to have access to Social Security, different Section 8. They want you to be hyped for that because they don't want their illegal spending to come through. They're sending 50 million to Ghana for condom testing. That's just, you heard them, so much thousands of dollars so that you can have LBGT comic book in another country. Basically, there's billions of dollars being sent out, and that's why Elon Musk has access, because they're going through records to see where American dollars are being spent, because we see that they've been giving it to immigrants, but that's not just it. They've been giving it to other countries. Why? Because these politicians have these other countries in their pockets. There is no reason why we are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund a LBGT comic book in another country. And I lay my plane.
That's crazy as hell to me, man. I'm glad that Trump is they exposing this stuff. I'm not saying we're not Trump supporters and stuff. We just keeping it real. Sometimes, man, if you want to call him the devil or whatever, sometimes you need, what they say, sometimes you got to bring in evil to break up evil. But yeah, they're trying, like the Democrats, like they've been doing all this stuff. Look at Chicago. I was talking about it earlier on the podcast. Chicago, man, it's ridiculous. Like the money, over $1 billion toward illegal immigrants in Chicago. I mean, they haven't gave the black residents nothing out in Chicago, and that's why a lot of those black organizations like Chicago Go Red, and it's another black organization. But anyway, they trying to get Brandon Johnson out of there because the same thing. All this money is going toward the illegal immigrants. Illegal, we say legal. Over $1 billion, man. That could have went to the black community in the south side of Chicago. So yeah, it's about the same thing you're talking about. It make you sick to the stomach. And them black people out there in Chicago, shout out to Chicago. They raising hell out there, and they got receipts. I love it. So we need to support them brothers and sisters out of Chicago. I'll let my plane.
Hey, did you all hear about Elon Musk? Like with before Biden went out of office, like, so Elon Musk with his businesses, they were putting sanctions on him and they were suing him because they wanted him to hire illegal immigrants. Like, do you hear what I'm saying? Illegal immigrants, as far as the DEI thing. Here's my thing with us as a Black community. Okay, like if it affects us, if it doesn't, like we're at the point we're in a new era. Okay, where our ancestors fought and died for our freedom. We're at a point where we can eliminate. Okay, you get the word right. Eliminate, because we on social media. You can eliminate that threat now, instead of forgiving and turning the other cheek and bowing down and yielding. So with Elon Musk being in that position where he was being sued because he wouldn't hire illegal immigrants as a DEI kind of situation, as a Black community, we are at a point where we see it happening. I am not a Trump supporter. I am not for the Democratic Party. It's been played out over and over again. And that this year was their demise. I wish there was a better candidate, but this is where we're at. So does it matter? It's 4 years. We're in what, February now? Like we're going to be back in December, January before we know it. It's 4 years. What are you going to do in 4 years? Do you know what's going on locally? Do you know what's happening in your own surroundings? That's the issue.
That leads us to asking the question, here come Pablo, should Black people care about them being deported?
I know.
Hell no.
I got me a
We
Hispanic.
should not give a complete.
Mechanic. I got my Hispanic, mechanic. I don't want him deported. I don't.
Hold your own.
What I don't want is my tax dollars going up. I don't want to have to keep paying for. My mom and I were talking about schools earlier, with them being in school, and they were like they were shutting down Mexican restaurants and Mexican businesses and schools.
But they wouldn't be shutting this stuff down because he's only deporting illegals and immigrants. So the problem is, if you shutting down, if it's a problem, that means you're not supposed to be here.
Exactly, that's my point. Exactly,
get him in here.
It's kind of like this.
But you already know who's here though. Like, don't be playing stupid.
Yes.
It's kind of like this. Who in here can cuss real quick?
Can cuss?
Yeah, who in here can say a cuss word? I'm a minister, so I can't kind of say it, babies. Who can cuss?
I got
it's
you.
Like this.
I got you.
It's like this. As far as the same individuals who have thrown us under the bus time and time again, the same individuals who are caught saying that, yes, they're pushing us out into the street to gain power in places like LA, Atlanta, and things like that. The same people who wanted to identify as white, anyone Black should not care or should not give a
fuck.
Zero given. Zero given. Because it's like this. Remember when I came on and I told everyone about one of the tricks of the trade that they've been using. I don't know where in everybody's area, but I know for sure here they do it. So what they've done is massa, the Democrat massa. Now we're gonna be honest and candid about it. When we're talking about us as a people, we basically exclusively until recently deal with the Democrat Party. So what they've done is they split themselves into two factions, which is the indigenous versus the Latinx or whatever they would like to call themselves. And when the Democrat Party is giving out the goodies, so-called, or the benefits that you get for servitude, so now you got us and them. It would normally be a 50-50 split between who will get the crumbs. So now it's us versus two different groups, which you know what that does to us. So we have Black misleaders who take money to go throw us under the bus and sell us out, make these grand promises, but in the end, we're left empty-handed holding the bag, and that's why you see so many Black people homeless. So this myth and illusion of a Black-brown coalition is another leftist lie, and it's time that be fully shown in this situation here. We should not care. Let them. It's called high on. Hold your own. Because we hold our own in homelessness. We hold our own in trying to get reparations. Who has seen anybody come to our which one of these groups from their side has come out to our aid and march with us or campaign with us to go get reparations on a grand scale? And I'm not talking about
I got a black friend. I did something. I'm talking about an actual large scale group come out and stood side by side with us and fought for this thing, like they're asking us to do every time they want something.
But here's
Just like
something,
just like the rainbow's doing.
here's the thing,
The
though,
rainbow
B,
folk.
do they ask for us to show up, or do we just show up out of our own compassion and disillusion?
We
Nobody ask.
definitely just show up. We definitely just show up because we feel like, especially, and this is primarily for Black Democrats, because this is primarily Black Democrats that do this. Not I can't say Black conservatives or independents do this. This is primarily Black Democrats. We feel, or they feel like it is their duty to save everyone else. Like we've arrived and we've made it to the mountaintop. Because why? In their world, when integration happened, Civil Rights Act happened, they got to the Holy Grail. They got to go sit down with Massa in his restaurant. They got to go to his hotels, drink from the same. So they feel like they've already arrived. But for the rest of us, we know that we're in the worst shape of our lives as a people in this country. So for them, that's why they want to go run to save everybody, because they feel like they've already arrived and it's their duty to reach back down to pull others up to where they are.
So those people that think they arrived, like they sitting here, for me, they're sitting here like Queen Tina got an invitation, Queen Kathy, Pablo got an invitation. What about me? So now I'm here sitting here reaching out, like, what about my invitation? I get invited by default. That's what we're doing as a Black community. If you're not sitting at the head of the table, you're not that relevant to me. Because I sit up at my table. Like, y'all don't sit with that. So, like, what are we doing here? I don't understand why we're so mad and so pressed. But
Shout out to
boots on
hey,
the
hold on. Shout out to DJ Black 99. Shout out to Smart Sister to be on TikTok with me, one of my mods. So it's popping.
Yeah. Let's ask this question to the whole panel, which is this: did anyone? Well, I guess not. Me and D Mays wouldn't have gotten the invite, but did anyone of the women on this panel? Did you get an invite to that 44,000 Black women who raised all that money for Kamala Harris? Did you get an invite to that private Zoom call?
No, because we're not in their groups. We're not kissing behind.
Why would you?
Nope. Exactly.
We weren't supposed to get an invite. Like, I would be insulted if you did send that. I would welcome it. I would show up. I'd RSVP so I can respectfully tell you how out of order you are. Respectfully. You know,
might want to walk in there with a middle finger t-shirt, but
I want to play something else, and I want to show you why we didn't get an invite, because they want sisters like this. And I want this sister that I'm going to play, Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my God.
Telling everybody that this is going to happen. But what I said about her, these Black people like her are silent when they were giving reparations and giving all our money to immigrants. She's silent when the immigrants are taking over Black communities. These are the type of people we vote in, and they want us to keep playing and whistling along with the same antics and tactics that they use so that they can benefit. She was silent when they was trying to propose that spending bill, which gave her a raise, but not the American people, not raising the minimum wage for people who are working. She's silent while everything is happening to Black people, but then they got voices when they want, because they want the system to keep being the way the system is so that they can benefit. Now listen to this.
Let's get to what you'll be doing serving on this committee. It's led by Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene to provide oversight to DOJ's efforts.
See how she blinking.
Do you know why they went after access to the federal government's payment system?
I have no idea, but I don't have any positive thoughts when it comes down to it. I appreciate that you played the clip of Jamie Raskin, and as you know, Congressman Raskin asked, why do you need access? I mean, here it is. I'm a fully elected member of Congress. I don't have that kind of access. So when you start talking about who should have access to literally the system that controls approximately $6 trillion of our dollars, I don't really understand, because the people that worked in those positions could only distribute money per the law. So why is it that the DOJ committee would have to have access? And that's not the place that you go to look for cuts. You look at our budget, which it is Congress that has the power of the purse. You look at our budget, you help the president come up with his proposed budget, and then the House and the Senate will decide what we send to his desk, and he gets to decide whether or not he signs it into law. He should not have access to this. And with people already having angst about Elon Musk and the things that he does as it relates to technology, technology, this is not instilling anything more than another layer of fear, especially since normally when you are going to be in a position like that, you have to go through security clearances. And let me tell you, some people think security clearances are all about whether or not you have a warrant or not. No, they look at whether or not you have some sort of divided interest. They look at whether or not you have good credit. They look at so many other things. And we're talking about someone who's unelected, unvetted, and definitely unconfirmed that is now literally sitting atop our $6 trillion. And we don't know what it is that he's doing. And we honestly don't know what role he has.
Look, you have well articulated some of the bad.
I just wanted to play that part. Want to know why? She don't care. Because she wants it to go. How you don't know why he wants, if she's for the people, why you don't want to know where the spending is going? You had no problem with them, what we played earlier. If you just coming on, you have to rewind it from the beginning. She had no problem with sending 70,000, 30,000 to some countries so that it can have a LBGT comic book. She had no problem with 50 million going to Ghana to study condoms. She has no problem with none of that. She had no problem with Biden and them spending, because most of the time they're using private prisons to put us in.
And you know what though? I have to respect her for her truth. Like, say your truth, so we know where you stand and we can move accordingly. Don't be weird. That's how she feels. That's how she. Issue with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, and I'm wondering, like, why they have all this money and they don't want to contribute to Black excellence. I don't know why, but they don't. I don't care no more. I don't care, because we have the UEOA. I don't care no more. Maybe
but
these
are the people that we need to weed out that's representing Black people. She getting cheered on, and she's not helping us. They cheering people like her on. All the Democrats, all the Black women. This is who they have our little girls looking at. To look up. You see how she said she wants us to. It's like we get in government. We want Black people in government to make change. She's in government so that she can tell us to trust Congress. It's the law. It was the law that slaves was legal. It was the law to stop and frisk Black people. But now that immigrants are being stopped and frisked for their papers, she's the one telling us, no, don't let illegals be gone. I mean, don't deport illegals, so that corporations that have their hands in the government pockets can keep getting slave labor so that they can raise prices on us. And it's another thing, I have to play it. Why do you think the eggs are high? They're blaming that on Trump. But have y'all seen did you see that Biden?
They say it's the bird flu.
Listen, when they dug into the records of spending, Biden ordered 100 million chickens killed because they said bird flu, and then the truth about the bird flu is just like us.
I heard that. Mm-hmm.
They could have gave the birds a chance to heal themselves, just like they giving us vaccines, but the vaccine used to be you get sick and your body builds up an immune system. What they're not telling people about the bird flu, birds can build up an immune system, and then their children or their chicks can build up that immune system. So they use fear tactics. Oh, they got the bird flu, let's kill all the chickens, when it's really so that you can put one egg company ahead, then this egg company double charges. And now we have $6 and $10 eggs a cart. I land my plane. I'm gonna look for that video.
Yeah, everybody's so pressed though, but you don't want to buy no goddamn chicken coops, do you? No, you don't. See what I'm saying? Like, you're not that pressed.
You might well buy brown eggs now. Yeah, it's all the same.
No, it's not. Like, buy a damn chicken. Buy some chickens.
Exactly.
Like, I don't have no problem with no immigrants over here. I don't have no problem. That it's the melting pot, right? So that's cool. But you do have to pay your dues. Like, I don't think that's their fault. Like, it's this government. We don't want to call it what it is. And they're trying to cause the division. Like, it's not their fault. Who the fuck is offering all these benefits? Your government. Who wouldn't want to go somewhere where they had a better way of life? Like, I think all of us would. So, like, it's not what we're looking like it is. Like, it's our government. Nobody wants to check that shit, though. That's weird to me.
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody in there. Make sure y'all like, share. Appreciate that. Share to Tumblr, and you say you shared it to DJ 909 said he shared it to Twitter and Tumblr. Yeah, most definitely set out to Twitter. I'm trying to be more active on Twitter too. But yeah, man, let's make this thing do what it do. Yeah, so like I said, me personally about the deportation, like I said, illegal immigrants, like I said, you gotta do it the right way. I have had I had legal immigrants on my podcast, and they told me like, look, send their ass back. This is what the Mexicans told me. Legal. So if they saying it, so why should I even care? You know what I'm saying? Because we got black people got their own business. We got stuff we got to take care of. I don't care, man. You gotta. That's our problem. We've been trying to take care of everybody and bring everybody into our world. And when everybody bleed us, suck us dry, they get the hell on. Now they talking about, oh, now all these Hispanic people making all these little videos. I'm like, yeah, Selena Gomez crying and shit. You know, she's an actor. This chick worth over $1 billion. You think she really give a damn? Them Democrats came to her and told her, look, do a little video, act like you know, to be crying and stuff like that. And you know how black people, they real, you know, they forgiving people. They'll try to help you. I'm pretty sure they came to her, but no, it ain't working no more. It's a new day, man. Hashtag let Rome fall.
I mean, here's the thing, though. As melanated people, as people of the Most High, like we cannot not do that. Let's just be honest with it. Like our compassion, our love, our genuineness is what it is. So for us to be like, you know, we don't give a shit, like we really do. Here's the thing, like we have to stop putting ourselves last. Like I said, nobody has prompted anybody to celebrate what's it called? March Leprechaun Day. What's it? Leprechaun. What is it called?
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Like, if thank you. That's all I don't care. Like, if you know what that means, like St. Patrick's Day was where it was an ethnic cleansing of Black people. Nobody prompts us to celebrate. We do this on our own. So I don't understand what we're so pressed about. Like, we don't hold one another accountable. It's not nobody else's fault but our own. But like, we have to stop pushing each other down. Like, be accountable. Like, hey, bro, hey, sis, I hear what you're saying. I respect your point of view, but you don't think what you're saying is kind of like kind of fucked up? Like, you don't think that don't make no sense to you?
I'm gonna share something with y'all. Hold on one second.
Facts.
I think this
make sure you hit the like button, share the live, y'all. Share, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let people know about the #1 radio show in the morning, prime time.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna play this. I think this is about the eggs.
Christian Day Talk. Thanks, Caroline. Just real quick, you mentioned the inflation executive order the president signed, but egg prices have skyrocketed since President Trump took office. So what specifically is he doing to lower those costs for Americans?
Really glad you brought this up, because there is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration and the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of more than 100 million chickens, which has led to a lack of chicken supply in this country, therefore a lack of egg supply, which is leading to the shortage. So I will leave you with this point. This is an example of why it's so incredibly important that the Senate moves swiftly to confirm all of President Trump's nominees, including his nominee for the United States Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, who is already speaking with Kevin Hassett, who's leading the economic team here at the White House, on how we can address the egg shortage in this country. As for costs, I laid out the plethora of ways that President Trump has addressed saving costs for the American people over the past week. He looks forward to continuing to doing that in the days ahead. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon.
She just walks off, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, because they want to just bash Trump And this is why Trump is bringing in different people who have no association to these people in the Senate. The Democrats don't care. They, like, you hear people say, oh, they're stopping black and brown people. They're frisk. Haven't we been complaining about stopping frisk? Where was Jasmine Crockett? Where were all these people? Where were all these people talking about racism is real when all this shit been happening to black people?
Oh yeah, facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize what it requires to be boots on the ground. Like we've talked about on this platform, Tamika Mallory, right? Like, I don't know what it requires Tamika Mallory to have a voice and follow through. And sometimes, and we can all agree on this panel, sometimes it is stressful and is taxing to try to reach people that don't want to change, that don't want out of that matrix. That is the reality. Yeah, so when we say like and share and subscribe, it's because we want like-minded people, open-minded people. Because like D-May says, you know, everybody's not going to make it. For me, that's been a hard thing for me. I'm trying to save the whole damn world, but it's very taxing. Really, it's taxing. Yeah. You know, that's what we do. But you know, it's hard for us to leave people behind. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. We're at a point right now where, you know, information is at the tip of your fingers. If you don't want the information, there are people that I've heard say, I agree with you, I understand what you're saying, but I choose to stay in the matrix. I choose not to get out of this whack program mindset. We have to be okay with that. Period, point blank. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. Yeah.
And another thing, too, that press secretary, you see that white chick up there. See, they praise her. They like, yeah, this is what a press secretary is supposed to be like. See, the sister, what's her name? The lesbian chick, they go with the white woman, Pierre Jean Paul. And she's a beautiful, she's a beautiful sister. But see, they made a mockery out of her. She was stuttering and stuff. They showed this 27-year-old white girl come on, and she how smooth she is, even though she, you know, she don't give a shit. But the thing is, that's how they make us look. They did a video, man, showing the two, comparing the two. It was like, it was embarrassing. I'm like, they threw the sister out there.
You know what though? Isn't it embarrassing, D-Mays? Isn't it embarrassing because you have this woman, this black woman that like she knows this bullshit, but this is your job. Yeah. And for your job, you can't call bullshit. You just have to maneuver and swindle. Certain people don't have no problem spewing bullshit. Yeah. And encouraging you to believe that. So like we got to stop knocking that shit.
No, I'm not gonna they put out it because she know that they pretty much got about whatever, but you know, she know it's lie. You can see like, damn, I gotta sit here and lie to these people. No damn way, I don't believe this, but now you got the Trump administration in there. They, like I said, they drained the swamp. They pretty much one thing you gotta respect about this guy. Everything he said he's doing it real fast. Like over 10 days, he pretty much did it all. I think what's the next one they probably passing? Now one thing I like what they did with the prison with the transgender thing. Hell yeah, them dudes need to be in a man jail. Why the hell you putting transgender men in a damn woman prison? Get their ass out there and throw them in there with the men. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because what kind of this? That's you're a criminal. So what the hell you in there with women? Because you want to be a damn woman, man. They, like I said, the Democrats, man, that type of ish right there was sick. You know, I can't believe they actually did all that. But yeah, and like somebody asked me on my Facebook, I had posted something. Matter of fact, Tina, I posted what you put. Let me see. I think I said what you were saying about black people didn't know about DEI. You had posted yesterday on your Facebook, I believe.
Yeah, I said that black people didn't know. Can you hear me? I said black people, no, y'all ain't know nothing about no DEI or nothing until white people told you Trump took it away.
I posted that, and this girl told me, like, are you serious? She said, you effing serious? You don't know the black people know about DEI? I said, look, I didn't even know about it. I read all the damn time.
Most black people are associating DEI with affirmative action. Yep. They then did away with affirmative action. DEI is what civil rights stands for: diversity and equity and inclusion. But Obama put DEI into politics, into programs, and then Biden came around and did it. So that's why people are saying they're doing away with DEI, because this that Obama put it into programs. So if you sit back when Obama was saying include the LBGT, now a man could say he a man, a woman, and a woman could say she a man, and now he was letting them in the bathroom. DEI politics did that. DEI was for minorities, and you know the video I played before, and I could play it again, that everybody was benefiting off of DEI, but yet the bottom of the totem pole, because when you go in there, okay, if you go to a job and it's not a lot of women, then next thing you know, most white women were getting that position because this job might be predominantly men. This job can be predominantly men. So you get these white women that come in here because of DEI, and now, okay, we're gonna hire some women. So you think about how does these DEI benefit LGBTQ? So now you got a job that doesn't have a lot of gay people. So now you got this job implementing DEI programs. So now we're gonna hire gay people, and this is what Trump is even saying about the FAA with the plane crash. They put jobs to the side for DEI and they would not fill those positions. But there's racism still in there, because instead of hiring black people with these DEI programs, they hold it for either a white person or LBGT or an immigrant to get those positions. So the positions were still falling short. So it's all another racism game to get black people out the way. Black people, you never filled out an application for a DEI. Kamala was a DEI. These immigrants are coming to our HBCUs because DEI. White people at HBCUs because it's minority. They become the minority when you go to a place where it's majority of black people. But we don't know how to think anymore. So they play us with these DEI programs, and Obama started implementing these programs, DEI into programs. That's why black people are getting DEI mixed up with the Civil Rights Act. I lay my plane.
Exactly. So we on the Elon Musk tip. I want to start off with this audio. He put a fair use thing. Tim.
Oh yeah, I should have did when I did my other stuff.
Just in case they be trying to trip on us. There, I don't care. Look, Elon Musk, I call him the mad scientist. Look, these billionaires can do what the hell they want to do. Just like Smart was saying, these white people, they gonna do what they want to do, and everybody complaining. What you gonna do? I would tell about it. What you gonna damn do about it? You know, if you ain't got no resources in there, you can't do shit but sit your ass down there and take it. So let me.
Like Jasmine Crockett and all these black people, they didn't change we talk about DEI, black people crying, ready to fight for somebody. Where was these immigrants? Where's DEI when police are shooting and killing us?
Exactly.
Where's all this at when we are not getting Section 8? We got DACA. That's a DEI program. Somebody, oh, it's a dreamer. No, DACA, they get Section 8. Whoever applied for Section 8 or try to take black people to get Section 8, and they say, well, they don't have no more funding because it's going to Section 8 for immigrants. We don't understand DEI, and black people running around because they playing with our mind, making us think they getting rid of the civil rights. No. Then they said Trump was getting rid of Black history. Trump did a whole tribute to black people and say he want to work with black people. We ain't saying we like Trump. Trump is just a white man in office, but he's going after more. Why they want us to cry and be mad? Because the policies that Trump is going after is affecting white people more than they are affecting black people. Go ahead, D-Mains.
All right, we better play this. This is your girl Elizabeth Warren, the so-called Indian, which she ain't never find out.
What's going on here? The system that makes sure that your granddad gets his Social Security check, the system that makes sure that your mom's doctor gets Medicare payment to cover her medical appointment, and the system that makes sure that you get the tax refund that you're owed has been taken over by Elon Musk. And every organization from your state government that uses federal money on that bridge project to the local Head Start that takes care of little kids while their mommies and daddies go to work is now at the mercy of Elon Musk. Elon just grabbed the controls of our whole payment system, demanding the power to turn it on for his friends or turn it off for anyone he doesn't like. Now, there's a second problem here. It's not just payments from the federal government that are now in Elon's control. Elon and his handful of friends now have full access to your personal and financial information that's in the system. your payment history, your social security number, your bank account numbers. Elon now has the power to suck out all of that information for his own use. And there is a third problem. In order for this handful of programmers to gain access to our $6 trillion payment system, we don't know what safeguards were pulled down. Are the gates wide open now for hackers from China, from North Korea, from Iran, from Russia? Heck, who knows what black hat hackers all around the world are finding.
Well, I leave it right there. I'm gonna be too much up, but yeah, y'all get the gist of that, right? I mean, that right there don't sound too good. I mean, I'm not. If he got all that information, that's not good to give this guy all that information, like you said, because we know we don't have no friends. And
so how can we say that when the United States has all this information?
That is true.
Like
hey, Andy, you hit that on the nail. You're right. They've been had information on this. Mm-hmm.
So like the delusion and the gaslighting is ridiculous. Like with 9/11, you know, we don't want to talk about that situation. We don't want to talk about what's his name? What's his name? Oh, what's that man? I can't think right now, but he's being sued right now because he was talking about the Sandy Hook situation. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who you're saying.
Infowars.
Alex Jones. Yeah, Alex Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they told all this stuff. 9/11, we want to keep more than 9/11, but like our government allegedly, I want you to see my quotation marks, allegedly caused this whole catastrophe to invade people's privacy. So I don't understand what we're arguing about. It doesn't matter who's in office. Like, what the fuck do you want? You're not pressed, you're not mad, you're not pissed off, you're not motivated. You're just talking trash. You're talking shit. And you're not effective. Nobody cares when you're talking shit. Do something. And we're not doing that. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right, though. They already got information. You're right. They talking about what Elon Musk got.
Not just that. China has our information. The government still, it's a scare tactic so that we won't, Elon Musk needs to get into it because a lot of these immigrants are getting Social Security under the guise. There's a lot of people from Social Security getting checks for dead people. They are cleaning up, they finding the money and they don't like it because it's going to trace back to a lot of these politicians. And that's where the problem is at.
They tend to take down that Fair Act thing. Mm-hmm. It's still up.
And that's why people, shy away from those conversations. Like the politician you just show, Queen Tina, that's why people shy away and they're very careful with those things because you're made a target. When I watched Candace Owens do her whole series on Kamala Harris and breaking that shit down, like, I don't care how nobody feels about Candace Owens. Like, that, she was on top of that shit like nobody else.
Oh, she was speaking to the power now. She had receipts. They couldn't say.
But they will though. Would they say, well, they're bringing up things from the past, like her ancestors. It's always a rhyme and reason. We have to get to the point where we say, like, exactly. I don't give a shit. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. And for me, I have the right to say what I say, and I have the right to change my mind. I reserve the right to have a different opinion in the future. And we're so afraid of doing that we don't want to be open and honest. And it's just weird. I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm not going to keep paying hospital bills and insurance and all this crazy shit nobody else does. I paid my dues. I paid my ways. And my people have. So I don't mind anybody coming over here. But, like, make it make sense. Again, that's our government. We had the situation with the the Asian hate crime. Asian hate crime, really? Like, you don't even have enough video footage to make that claim.
That was a DEI program.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're just being freaking weird.
And what I don't get is it don't bother me, but if you look at it, if you try to live in a country, you want to stay in this country, you love America so much, what in the hell are you throwing about Mexican flag? Like, I be throwing an American flag. I have American I have America draped all on me in my car, like trying to show America, like I really want to be here. But see, they were burning the American flag and just ripping their flags. It's like, man, you see, that's why I tell people these people be on some other stuff because it's like, and then you got black people like, yeah, we support them and our brown brothers. I mean, man, when the last time you seen a Hispanic person cry over a black person getting murdered in the street? I ain't never seen them jiggles up there riled up. Never have. From Trayvon
They don't
Martin.
have to. Like so, okay. So like with this recent plane crash, like we had 2 plane crashes in like less than a week, right? And like I saw Nancy Kerrigan on camera crying over these gymnasts that died, right? It's sad, right? When somebody passes away, but like she was crying like she knew these people. We ain't seen Nancy Kerrigan since she got busted in her knees by Tanya Harding.
Oh, you talk about her? Damn, what she?
Yeah, she was on camera the other day crying. Like I said, what are you crying for? Not that it wasn't sad, but like, what's all the dramatics for? Like, you don't know these people, like, you know. So it's what people do. I can't knock that, but like, make it make sense. If America's a melting pot, I remember a few years ago there was a young man that graduated. He was a Mexican. He was the first person to graduate from high school, and he had a Mexican flag going across the stage. They revoked his damn his high school diploma because of it. Why? It's a fucking flag. Who gives a shit? You know, why can't he if it's a melting pot, why can't we represent? There's nothing wrong with that. My issue is, again, when us as Black people are so sympathetic, not empathetic, sympathetic, to where we are dismissive of our own issues. Nobody, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a shit what nobody thinks. You don't have to follow me, like me. You can say whatever you want to. Nobody's getting reparations like we think we are. If you think that, like, you are very disillusioned because there's so many ins and outs of that shit. Like, nobody's doing it.
I agree with
why
you.
Why not say that this is what we want and we're not going to settle for anything less?
Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, we have go back to reparation real quick, and I've been saying this, and we all understand this. So, you know, the UBOA, we know what we're doing, what we got going, and everything going into the future anyway. Black people gotta realize one thing: you don't have a foundation, man. It's easy to say you want something, but you gotta have a foundation. You gotta have some kind of structure. You don't even know what the hell. You got all these other people talking about reparations, and like I said, we all for it. We all descendants of slaves in here pretty much. And it's like, man, you got to go through Congress. You got to go through these. You got to get politicians, senators, everybody on your team on both sides, and you're gonna have to get that white man you don't like to go along with to push it, because just being Black is not gonna happen. So yeah, you're right. It ain't what you expect.
See, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. So they're not gonna do that. But here's the thing, though. Like, when the HR, what's the HR whatever bill where they're studying reparations? What bill is that? It doesn't matter. You don't gotta tell me. It doesn't matter. So we're paying them. We're paying them to study some shit that they know. Do you hear what's happening? Let's just make it basic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My tax dollars are going to pay you with your retarded ass to oblige you being ignorant as shit. I'd just rather you not.
Facts.
If you can just go ahead and just cash out the UEOA so we can help you get your shit together. Like, just do that. Okay?
Facts. Black people, I'm just being real. Move. Yeah, Black people actually move. So pull up Ronald. We know Ronald was coming in. Ronald, he's concerned about the Mexicans. So pull that up. Pull up Ronald thing on the screen. I ain't got my glasses on. Let me see. What can you pull it up? Tina, I don't know if she's on or not.
It's a war on Mexicans. They don't like how powerful Mexicans.
What you want me to pull up, Maze?
Pull up Ronald.
Ronald's comment.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good.
It's a war on Mexicans. They don't like how powerful Mexicans have become. I'm not saying that we should be concerned. I'm just saying we need to understand the hidden agenda. I agree. Again, this is not a war against Mexicans for us. This is the government trying to cause division. Okay? I can't help that Mexicans don't want to understand that they are Afro.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. There is no war on Mexicans, honey. There is a Donald Trump has said many a times that civil rights was for black people, just like they've been talking about the anchor babies and the birthright status. That was for, it wasn't for people to come in this country and drop babies to automatically to become a citizen. Donald Trump is really setting the record straight, and this is black people's chance to do something. It's a war on the spending that using. Majority, I'm saying, majority of them have corporations. Go out into the neighborhoods. How come I go to the neighborhood? I'm in a small town down here, and every gas station I go to is by a Indian. And then the gas stations we go to, the Arabs, Indians, when they come here, one in my neighborhood, I liked them. But what they do is they send their people over here, they work, they get enough money, then they go back to their country to never come back to get married. And it's an open door for them. Those are DEI policies. Those are DEI loans and stuff that we don't get. Then we come around to the hotels. The Indians own that. We go to the Asian stores. The Asians own the hair stores that black people have, that black people use. I mean, there is no war on Mexican. It's a war against these corporations who have used Mexicans for the next day labor. Instead of hiring black people, they put us in jail so that we can work for free. But they hire the Mexicans and these people that's illegal so they can pay them a illegal wage and they can still stay rich, because everybody in America is struggling, but the rich still seem to still stay rich. That's a problem. And that's what Trump and them are looking at. No matter how much people don't like it, that is what's going on.
Exactly. And like you said, man,
you have to realize that Trump is not a politician. He's a businessman. Okay, so since this country is a business and not a country, it's a business. It's a corporation. He's running it accordingly. Period, point blank. It doesn't matter who you are and what you look like. I don't think he really cares. I don't think he's a respecter of persons at all.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I want to say this real quick. When they talk about black jobs, let me tell you, people talking about the Mexican some jobs they doing that a lot of us won't do. But like I said, I'm 50, so I grew up in that era when my dad, my uncles, my partners, guys I grew up with, their grandfathers and their uncles and dad. They the one who was building the skyscrapers in like here in Atlanta. They the one building the sidewalks and roads and bridges and stuff like that. They were paying, them guys were making $30 back in the 80s.
Don't mean to cut you off. Even my Quincy daddy, he was saying when they were building up Miami, they were coming from there and doing it. It was we were the construction workers, we were the landscapers. Kids would get a lawnmower and go cut grass for money. Now our kids are only set to sell drugs and shoot and rob each other and wear sneakers. Go ahead, D-Man.
Yeah, and that's black jobs. They always talking about the low paying job. No, them brothers, them contracting jobs is what we trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I know black people ain't speaking on that. I'm like, man, we gotta, cause we was, like I said, we remember them times and stuff. I mean, black people was, man, they're getting all them contracts. Who you think built the airport and all the model stations and stuff? It was black contractors. What's his name? Herman Russell. Now they contracting company with black owned. You know what I'm saying? Black people had all that stuff. So yeah, we want that back. We want to build all them big skyscrapers and stuff like that to get them $40-$50 an hour and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even the black contractors themselves, the black businesses, we want to get that back. And that's what black folks should be talking about when they talk about black jobs. So we ain't talking about no McDonald's and all that. We talking about real money, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I say, even with the tree cutters, them guys charging $8,000 to cut a tree. Guess who's doing all that? The Mexicans doing it. You know
Not just that, the farmers.
Oh yeah, the farmers. Let's talk about the farmers. Yeah,
we lost 20 million acres of black land. We didn't need nobody to pick our own fruit. We would show our family the land. We would grow our own stuff and take it to the market. These corporations don't want to do business with farmers, black farmers at that. So they want to bring in the Mexicans and the illegals so that they can pick it and everybody stay rich and we be the bottom line consumers. They only want us to be consumers, not owners. It don't look weird to y'all that the Mexicans are in and they do this stereotype. Every time you look at a construction site, it's filled with Mexicans. When you look at landscapers, it's filled with Mexicans, and they put the narrative out there that black people only want to commit crime when you're not telling how we got here.
Today you got the Mexican women looking like models. I seen it out there directing damn traffic and stuff.
Even the painters. Even painting.
And roofing.
Let me tell you.
They roofing.
Let me tell you, as a nurse, the other day, I was visiting one of my patients in a facility, right? And doing wound care. And she had constipation. So I went down to the kitchen and tried to get her some prune juice. Like, I know how to deal with that. When I went down there, like 2 women could not speak English, didn't know what the hell I was saying. I saw this white looking dude, this pale face looking dude come out. I was like, okay, he can understand me, you know, and I know a little bit of Spanish. So I was like, you know, prune juice is purple. You know, she's like, morado. I know what the hell that means. It means purple, right? So she's like, I know, no. So the white looking dude comes out. I was like, hey, come here. You know, I'm looking. I know speak English. Motherfucker, I speak goddamn Spanish. Like, do you have it, sure or not? My point is, all these Hispanic people working in this kitchen for senior citizens, they can't get what they need. I don't give a shit if you're white, black. I don't give a shit what you are. There was a communication barrier. That shit pissed me off. I swear to God. Y'all listening, I was looking on ICE. I was going to text Queen Tina, Queen Kathy. I'm like, I got this number to ICE. Here's the number. Like, I was shitty. How can you do that? Again, there's nothing wrong with people wanting advancement in life. But I'm sorry, I don't want to pick fucking berries and grapes and shit. Somebody's there for that. That's them. I'm not being funny. But when I go to a restaurant, I see a computer, a robot bringing my drinks. I don't want to go to I don't go to McDonald's. I don't want to go to McDonald's or a fast food place and have to place my order on my own and take 5-10 minutes. When, bitch, you work here. Take this fucking order. But they won't. So it's either immigrants being paid on the table or AI. What do you want? I'd rather have human beings. But nonetheless, you got to pay your way. You got to pay your way. $30 a child per day is what the schools get. So we have immigrants in these schools, $30 a day per student. They make their money, but all these kids are dumb as hell.
But what you got to look at also, remember what Kamala ran off of her truancy policy. She said because the kids missing school was costing California billions of dollars a year. So that's why she started locking up black parents. Where was the immigrants at then? Because you can look out everywhere you walk and the kids are mixed. You got immigrants, you don't know whether they mixed or if they're an immigrant. They want us to fuss that we're being stopped and frisked. But it was okay when we were being stopped and frisked to see if we were criminals. The spotlight is on the other people, and America is getting its karma. I don't care what Trump do because it's called karma. I've been saying for years since we started this micronation, the tables was going to turn. I said 2024 election, we needed to be prepared. This is where we're at. And we need to take hold as black people and start building businesses while Trump is shipping them out. Because I even remember my business. I had got a call from another company saying, oh, we looked over your cleaning business in 2023. Will you come in for orientation because we might need your expertise? Nah, what the problem is that you can't hire them illegals no damn more. I land my plane.
Yeah, let wrong. We've been saying they don't stop now because Trump in there. We need to fall apart, dismantle the whole system, start back over. Been saying it. We revamped the Constitution, all that. And like you said, he did say the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves. Last time I checked, it wasn't no essay to nobody else that was children of slaves, except black Americans. And yeah, that's what, and it's in the 14th Amendment. And I don't know how the hell they went in there and flipped it and twisted and got these people over here illegally. That don't make no sense to me. So now they're trying to close the border because of the tariff. You got Canada, Mexico. They say they're going to bring the army to the Mexico border to keep the legal immigrants and fentanyl out. And Canada, I don't know too much about them, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to shut things down, man. You got to hit the reset button. And even with the AR, what's his name? AJ, what's his name? The Kennedy, RFK. Yeah. See, he's finna shake up the pharmaceuticals. They say they are pissed. He better watch his ass because the pharmaceuticals are the real gangsters and drug dealers. They don't want him in there.
That's the thing, D-Maze. We had to get to the point where when we speak truth to power, we had to be able to have each other's back, right? I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't care what you look like. We have to be able to have one another's back. You know what I'm saying? When Candace Owens says what she says, you know, a broke clock is right 2 times a day. We had to stop being on this, irrational time watch kind of thing. You know, well, 12 a.m., 12 p.m. is right 2 times a day. Like, be aligned. You know, we had to get to that point where we support one another. When I saw Candace, I was like, everybody said like this they're gonna get this chick. Like, we all thought that shit. You know, like, I don't know what she's doing or not doing, but like, it's a danger. I don't want that to be me. I don't want that to be you all on this panel. So what do we do? Like, if they take one of us out, they're not here anymore. We'll just give up. You know, with Nipsey Hussle. I had no idea who Nipsey Hussle was, and all this social media, all this extra shit, and I'm like, oh my god, that's not cool. What's going on with that? You know,
you sound distant. You sound distant, Angie. You sound far away.
I'm sorry. How's that?
You good now?
So yeah, with the Nipsey Hussle thing, when I saw Nipsey Hussle, I didn't know who he was. And like people said they knew, I didn't know who he was, but I heard people saying interviews, well, now that he's gone, now what are we gonna do? Now we're lost. Now, and that's the mindset with our people. If Martin Luther King's in place, if Malcolm X, if D. Mays, if Queen Tina, if Queen Kathy, like, what do? We have to stop doing that. If one of y'all are not in play, I'm gonna still move how I move. And I think we all on this panel think like that. We're gonna move how we move. Period, point blank. But I do want cover. I do want secure. I do want backup.
Hey, Angie, Ronald says she's not FBA. She's Caribbean, but we can't.
What difference does it make? Does it matter if you FBA or ADOS? Does it matter?
Well, apparently, to them, it makes a big difference.
ADOS people are linked or part of these immigrants. Foundational Black Americans, I don't agree everything how Tyreek his own person, but the meaning of foundational Americans mean our ancestors that built this country, not people who say we from Africa and come over here and say, well, we're all African. Well, you can't go to Africa or nowhere else and get no benefits. The Africans sometimes treat us just as bad. So it does matter. It's us in America that needs to be together. Africa people come over here, they can go back home. We are stuck here in America. We know nothing about Africa but what they tell us in the book.
Yeah, and we got to make sure I like to kind of stay away. Stay away from a little bit because we got so many problems in our community right now. Like I said, we just need to kind of get away from that because that brings us to a whole other conversation, and I don't see it.
Let me ask you, D. Mays.
Yeah.
So like when you say that, like what's the major problem? Give me like
it's just you don't have Black people that's gonna say they're African American, some gonna say they're not, and it just I've seen it on my live. It's just clashing. They clash.
That's because they don't know history. It's right there in the books. How did we become from being person of color to Negro to Black? I mean, from African American, from Black to African American.
I like what Bill Williams said. He said we everywhereans. We
everybody is Black everywhere, but we are Black here in America. There were Black people here in America first. You see the pictures, it's there. And I mean, it makes no sense to argue because science said Black people were the first people on earth. So how you gonna say we're the first people on earth? And then you say the Seminoles, they say the Black Seminoles, they were the Indians, right? So they were Black. The Gullah Geechee, they are a tribe. They were Black. They were here when the colonizers came in. So how do you jump over from all these Black groups who are in history to say that we weren't from here? We don't know if we're part Gullah Geechee. We some of us are mixed with a lot of things, and that's the problem. But that's neither here nor there. Like we said, we right here in America. Our ancestors are the ones who been stopped and frisked. Now everybody want to do something about stopping and frisk because it's the immigrants. Our people have been put in prison. Our people, we know, we got history books dating back when Latimer made the light bulb and stuff. We here in America, our people built the White House. We built roads and bridges. So we talking about us in America, we need to stick together. The people who are killing and shooting each other on the street. Those are the people who we make people famous by listening to the music. Like, Ronald said the Moors. Moors traveled all over the world.
Facts.
Yeah, we built the foundation of this country, and Trump said that. That's what nobody is saying. You got Black people saying he's racist, but he put on his thing. He said it many times.
He said that.
Not heard that.
Yep, and no other president said it. Even Barack Obama
never
even
said it
that.
because his
First
family
black
was from
president.
Hawaii and his daddy was from Africa. But yeah, he was raised with a white woman, white people in Hawaii, even though it was his grandparents. So
Barry
it's time for
Sarantino. This
truth.
Barry right there.
Barry
We'll call him Barry.
Oh, Barry. Oh, Barry.
Damn Barry.
But I know it's time for us to get up out of here. We gonna come back again next Tuesday. Maybe we have some shorts. But do y'all want to wrap up and say anything before we leave?
Oh yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Black people, we just need to focus on what we need to do. Don't get caught up in all the hype. I'm tired of seeing all this stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and just everywhere. YouTube, just people just talking about this stuff. It ain't black people gonna be. We've been here. We gonna always be here. But yeah, we survivors. But now it's time to step our game up. Stop worrying about too much about the past. Worry about the future. The now and the future. You know what I'm saying? Let's build our economics up. That's, to me, that's more important than anything right now. Shout out to the ULA. Y'all know what it is. I'll be on the lookout for what we will be doing this year and beyond. And that's pretty much it, man. Love each other and promote positive images of your people.
Oh, Ronald said that they telling me I need to carry my birth certificate with me so I don't get detained. Where you going, Ronald? Why don't they go back where they coming from? Y'all stop being scared.
What's that sound?
Stop being scared.
Hey, Lynn, mute your. I think that's you. Mute your mic because it's like it sounds like a Charlie Brown thing. But yeah, so what you talking about? You got to bring a birth certificate.
Separate. That's it. I am team separation. That's the only thing I'm worried about right now. Team separation.
That'll come once we get our stuff established. But I'm with it too. And when we get established. So Ron, he talking about birth certificate. I mean, where you going, bro? I'm trying to figure that out. They're telling me I need to carry my birth certificate.
He might look mixed, but they're telling a lot of black people.
Yeah, I heard in Nigeria.
He might look mixed, so they're telling, because some black people, they're using an example. Some of these people on TikTok are using an example that some black people are being stopped, and because they might be an immigrant. No, what happened is some immigrants, some of them are black, Haitians and stuff, but what the problem is that they are criminals, and they're using this man whose family was Jamaican, and just because he was born here, he was an anchor baby, and they're using his example of how he was detained and stuff because the paperwork was mixed up in the system. These people know who's coming in this country and who's applying, and they know that most of these legal immigrants are hiding illegal immigrants.
Facts. And people get paid. Think about people getting paid for this stuff too now. So
yeah,
a lot of little stuff going. It'll be a money maker now. It's gonna be a money maker.
They're getting paid because they're harboring it so that these corporations could get that extra dollar, and the corporations ain't nothing but a bunch of rich people who are
whole United States gonna be a whole Gotham City, pretty much chaos. But yeah, man, yeah.
Well, it's been chaos. It's just that it's only been on the black side. We used to
exactly. Trump just unwrapped the gift. That's all.
And then it's funny that the people calling racism didn't care about Biden and the crime bill. Nobody cared when Biden was saying that he ain't want his kids going to the school at a jungle. Nobody cared about that racist stuff that he was saying about us. But it's a problem now because they're saying they're going after brown people. Yeah, but it was okay when it was black people. But it's time for us to get up out of here. We'll have some more conversations, maybe have some special lives.
Yeah, more definitely. See y'all on next Tuesday. Peace.
Okay, peace.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Have you envisioned true Black individuals and groups coming together? We are in need of safe spaces that serve as sanctuaries for the Black community in this current world. We as a people are falling apart, and this a call to action. Imagine a place where healing, unity, culture, and wealth building are the core values. A haven that fosters a sense of peace and belonging for generations to come. We need a micronation, a self-declared independent entity that exists digital within or on the outskirts of an existing nation. A micronation is a small, self-governed place where a community can create its own rules and regulations independent of larger governing bodies. This is the vision of the UEOA. This concept is not new, but it's one that holds significant potential for the Black community. Imagine a place that serves as a retreat for the Black community. A sanctuary that provides respite from the pressures of the oppression we face in our everyday life. A place where we can reconnect with our roots, learn, and find solace in a supportive environment. A place where we can host conferences, workshops, and events that promote education, programs that promote healing, unity, and wealth building. A thriving hub for Black families, entrepreneurs, and individuals offering opportunities for networking and collaboration among each other. Imagine a serene natural environment where families and individuals can enjoy camping, farming, and other activities, fostering a connection with nature and promoting overall well-being. A dedicated space for educational programs, mentorship initiatives, and workshops that empower Black people to reach their full potential and contribute to their communities. A sustainable farming initiative that promotes self-sufficiency, healthy eating, and environmental consciousness, while also providing educational opportunities for community members. A range of activities and amenities, ensuring a memorable experience for all. This vision is attainable and with your help, can become a reality. By contributing to this initiative, you will play a vital role in creating a safe and empowering micro-community that addresses the unique needs of the Black community. We bought land, now we need your support to help secure the necessary resources to develop infrastructure. So what can you do to help make this vision a reality? Donate, no matter how big or small. Every contribution will make a significant impact. Even donating your time, skills, or expertise can assist us in. Please join our website www.theunitedempiresofalkebulan.com. Share this initiative, spread the word through social media, email, and word of mouth. Together we can build this dream that fosters pride, resilience, and prosperity. Join us in creating a space where Black individuals and families can thrive, celebrate our heritage, and build a brighter future. It's up to us to help us. We are the only group of people suffering like we do systemically. If you claim you love Black people, then you approve this message.